What the flippity fuck is up, my fellow gamers? Chances are if you're watching a video made by me, the touch of a woman is unfamiliar to you. But fear not. After watching this video, you'll be able to turn your fat ass into a raging erection of a man in no time. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but statistically, 100% of people with bad aim are at a higher risk of becoming a little pussy-ass bitch. This is absolutely unacceptable, so it's about time to whip your slow ass into shape. Luckily, I, a certified aimologist and proud owner of a sad life, am going to be teaching your dumbass how to fuck kids like you're Jared from Subway. If you're tired of living the virgin iron life and you just want to lay some fucking pipe already, nothing will make you a bigger pussy slayer than becoming radiant, so sit your ass down and pay attention. One of the ways you can improve your performance in games like Valorant and Counter-Strike is by buying skins, because as the old adage says, skins equals wins. However, if you're anything like me, you're more flat fucking broke than an Ethiopian lemonade stand, so you might have to put in some actual effort. I decided to use KovaaKs aim trainer every day for a month to see how much better my aim could get. Let's just say, it worked. I went from a 4chan neckbeard to a pussy black belt, and now I'm fighting off women like I'm Chris Brown. But Rice, I've been playing Jumbo Tile Frenzy for so long I can't feel my hands, and I haven't gotten out of iron yet. You are a stupid, dumb fucking cunt. Because clearly your IQ is room temperature, I've done you the diligent favor of analyzing the best way to improve your aim as efficiently as possible. And what I mean by that is I stole it from Aimer7's thesis paper on it. First, let's go over some ground rules for improvement. An important aspect of improving is not overworking yourself. Improvement in muscle memory mostly happens during sleep, so you should make sure you're getting an adequate amount of sleep each night in order to remain consistent and improve your scores. Also, playing 2 to 3 hours every single day is sometimes a little too much for your caveman brains to handle. It'll be far more beneficial to just make sure you train consistently every single day. It doesn't have to be any longer than an hour. I must also add that you mustn't get too hung up on your high scores, as a lot of it has to do with luck with the target spawns and bot patterns. A more apt way of judging how your performance changes over time is by tracking your average scores or the feel of your mouse. You should feel a lot more smooth and responsive as your central nervous system becomes faster and makes your arm do what it needs to do faster, sort of like reducing your body's input lag. There are two main parts to aiming, tracking and flicking. Tracking is when you try and keep your crosshair on a target as it moves around, whereas flicking is moving your crosshair to get to a target as quickly as possible. There are several different techniques you can follow depending on which you'd like to improve more in Aimer7's paper, but I went with a more well-rounded, complete routine that trains both, spending about an hour each day on KovaaKs. The papers mostly said 10 minutes per practicing scenario, but we do not tolerate pussy shit on the boys YouTube channel, so I chose 15. The first scenario I chose was 1 wall 6 targets TE. My highest score on the first day was 143.3, and my average score was about 130. The next was 1 wall 6 targets Pasu, which is similar to 1 wall 6 targets TE, but the targets are moving and therefore it's 10 times as infuriating. My high score on the first day was 60.6, and my average was about 45. The next was LG Pin 360, or as I like to call it, the Among Us scenario. My high score on the first day was 2346, and my average was around 2100. Following that was 1 wall 6 targets small, which is pretty much just 1 wall 6 targets TE, but the targets are smaller than my micro penis. My high score on the first day was 857.7, and my average was somewhere around 780. And lastly was Rex Strafe Carter, the bane of my fucking existence. My high score on the first day was 2012.5, and my average is around 1700. But you'd be surprised by how much I improved throughout the month. On my last day, my 1 wall 6 targets TE high score had improved to 160.3, and my average to about 154. My 1 wall 6 targets Pasu high score had improved to 76.9, and my average to 63. My LG Pin 360 high score improved to 3174, and my average 2900. My 1 wall 6 targets small high score had improved to 1011.5, and my average to around 920. And lastly, my Rex Strafe Carter high score increased to 4512.3, and my average to around 3950. To improve that much in just a month, especially in the main tracking exercise, is absolutely insane. Not only did my scores get better, I was much more confident in my aim and I felt a lot smoother as well. All of a sudden, I was mowing down the enemies faster than an 11-year-old Puerto Rican boy can mow a lawn. So yeah, if you do the same thing for a month, or even just a couple of weeks, you'll show improvement. However, I feel obligated to say that if at any point your arm, wrist, or hand hurts during your practice, stop. The combination of you flicking from one target to another and your 5-time-a-day jerk-off session to ugly bastard hentai puts you at a pretty high risk for RSI. If you're particularly worried about this, I recommend doing some stretches to warm up your hands before beginning your practice sessions. I myself did not do this, as time waits for no man. There are heads to click and pussy to get. Anyways, my fellow degenerates, thank you for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, I'd really appreciate it if you like to like and subscribe, because it feeds my ego and it feeds my poor, starving family. I was not kidding about the Nigerian lemonade stand thing.